notary renewals. The notary renewals are not filed in the Bronx Supreme Courthouse anymore. You have to do it directly with the Department of State. Everything is done online. The money transaction is done online. Nothing is done through the Bronx County Clerk's office. I'm like, oh my God. Ever since I quit, they lost that contract. I'm like, because it's always an issue. They're always messing up people's documents. People always have to complain, about the Bronx County Clerk's office. And then it's other offices too that are not doing their job. Other offices within the unified court system. Nobody does their job. Or if they do it, they're sly and they're slick with it, and they do corrupt things and they mess up people's documents, and then there's nothing you can do because the whole system is corrupt. Whoever you go to complain, nobody does anything. And then it's like, who can you go to? Who can you talk to? Who can you tell? So I tagged the FBI, I tagged the police, I tagged Donald Trump, I tagged the newspapers. Yes, I tag the newspapers because this is an issue. This is a public issue. This is not a secret. This is public, what is it? It's unclaimed funds. Anyone that has unclaimed funds can claim their property. If you have a family member that left you property and no one claimed it, you can claim it. You have every right to claim it because that's your family member. The people in the courthouse steal the funds. How can you prove that? Nobody's investigating. Nobody's checking. Nobody's doing their job. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm talking about this shit. I was talking about this shit New Year's Eve. I'm like, yo, how am I going to get the news out? I go to everyone to help me, and they don't help me. Nobody helps me. An attorney will not help me. An attorney will not take my case either. Because it's the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. You're suing the courthouse. Like, oh shit, you're suing the entire unified court system of New York State. Like, oh my God. And nobody will represent me. I have to represent myself, and I still have to find someone that is not a part of the corruption. But it just seems that everyone is a part of the corruption. And I wish an FBI agent or an investigator, a detective, someone that is not a part of the corruption would actually do their job, check, investigate, shut everything down, a sweep, look up everything. If there's a file missing, it's because they sabotaged it. They don't want anyone to find out what's in that document, what money was supposed to be there. They stole that money. That's how. The death certificates. Who's issuing the death certificates for these people in the courthouse to get that money, to claim that money? You need the death certificate. You need something. If the money is put in a bank and it's paid out to someone, then you would have to forge that person's name and say that you're that person that the money is left to. Like, these people are crooks. They are criminals. They are awful. And it's like, how are they getting away with this shit? They're friends with the people in the bank. They're friends with people in vital records. They're friends with people all over the place. They're friends with anyone that can help them be corrupt. Anyone that can help them cover up their corruption. And the police bypass everything. They act like they don't know. But they fucking know. But they don't help because they're getting paid off by the people doing all this shit. So you got vital records, right? You got the banks. You got like the death certificates and the bank, the forgery. It's a whole bunch of shit. It's organized. It's organized. Organized crime. A RICO crime. That was back in the 70s. A RICO crime. That's white collar crimes. People in organizations, companies, doing organized crime. Everybody's a part of it. Everyone's in on it, and you don't fucking know. What is it? The post office, the mail, because the mail comes to the courthouse. The people in the mail come to the courthouse. You talk to them and you tell them whatever, and they're gonna do whatever it is. So they think you're somebody, like you're a thief, you're a crook, you're a criminal. But because you work in the courthouse, People think that you have such a prestigious job and you're such a good person, but these people in the courthouse are criminals. And nobody knows. Like, nobody fucking realizes that they're criminals. Nobody realizes that the woman in office is a whore. She's a whore. She sleep with every fucking body. And it's just like, oh my God. And then you have to respect her. You have to respect her and act like you don't know that she's a whore. And act like you don't know that she's a whore. And then don't drink from her. Don't take nothing from her. Like, ew. Like, no, thank you. I learned. I learned. You don't know where her mouth been. But whatever, you know. Corruption, organized crime, a RICO crime. Like, this was in the 70s. All these RICO crimes and all these organized crimes came falling down because people got hit. People realized, oh shit, like everybody's a part of it. And it's still happening. This is year 2025, and I'm telling you, it's the courthouse. It's the unified court system. It's the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. It's the whole Bronx community. Bronx Criminal Court, Bronx Family Court, Bronx Civil Court. It's all of the courts. They're all doing some shady shit. It's the judges. How can the judges do things like that? And they're supposed to be honorable people. They're supposed to be upstanding people. They have these high positions. They don't deserve it, but they have it. Why they have it? Because they know somebody that gave them the job. They're not even qualified to be a judge. They're not qualified to be a director or a manager or a supervisor or the court clerk. They're not capable of holding these positions. They're not mentally capable. They are incompetent. They are dumb. They are dumb. But they have these places of power because they know somebody. And that's how they got their job. And I'm just like, oh my God, like they can't be this dumb. But then they are. Because you try to talk to them and they're just dumb. Dumb. Like, how can they be this dumb? Like, oh my God. Everyone is this dumb. Like, nobody knows what the hell is going on. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. And somebody is gonna eventually listen to my videos. They're gonna see it. They're gonna be like, oh my God. Oh my God. What is she talking about? Paulina B. Garcia on Facebook. And every other place is Lead with Love. So it's Lead with Love Inc. It's also on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Snapchat. Like, I'm on all these platforms. Like, all my information is there. And nobody reaches out to me. Nobody says nothing to me. Nobody says nothing to me. I talk all this shit. And I'm telling you where to go. I'm telling you who is doing it. I'm telling you. And nobody does anything. And it's just like, oh my God. Leave with love. Stay positive, vibe high, and Happy New Year's. Bye.